my practice, I observe the patient closely for 2-3 days and treat the patient symptomatically rather than giving systemic corticosteroid straight away to see the lesion, whether the lesion is, how the lesion is progressing. And if there is any parameters which suggest that it's a viral exanthem, so we should not give a steroid. If it is a drug related or patient has a history of similar kind of reaction in the past with a similar group of drug, then there is a possibility of giving systemic corticosteroid if it is not being controlled by antihistamine. Now, my next question is, now we are switching over from a very trivial CADR to a serious one. When did you think that you are dealing with a serious reaction or the patient is progressing to something else, not confined to micropapulosis? So I need to know what are the signs to warn against a potentially serious CADR. To start with, Dr. Anup.
One is if there is a tenderness or extreme tenderness of the skin, that's one point. If there is mucosal involvement also, then one thing. And if there is associated lymphadenopathy in more than 2 sites, then also we can think it's going to be a serious issue.
Sir, anything would you like to add?
One more thing is acroleum and facial. That is an indicator probably it's underlying serious reaction is going on. And in addition to the macropapular appearance of any pustules and leg.
Okay.
Associated with the skin tenderness, the type of erythema, deep violations erythema is also one of the indicators. And general condition of the patient will be very sick and the patient will be toxic in case of drug reaction. Appearance of other things like jaundice, pallor, and fretfulness in the face, like it looks very toxic and
what is these other constitutional symptoms?
Constitutional symptoms.
Yes.
Right.
Those are very important along with the rash. So, general body pain,
That is fever or
joint pains,
fever and arthralgia.
sore throat, even sore throat also.
Yes, I agree. Nifty, anything to add? I would request the audience to please click this slide because the whole thing is summarized in this slide. These are the signs, symptoms, and lab findings which suggest that you are dealing with a serious cutaneous adverse drug reaction. The most important thing is patient complaint about skin pain. And this was discussed by Dr. Sanjeev Vaishnampayan in his acute skin failure lecture. The skin pain is a one sign when patient says then you are dealing with a serious cutaneous adverse drug reaction. Confluent edema, the edemas are merging together to forming a bigger acute facial edema, panelist said, palpable purpura, skin necrosis or blister, as Dr. Chandravati said, positive Minkowski sign, that is a frank case of mucous membrane erosion, high fever, restlessness in large lymph node, Dr. Anup said, arthralgia, arthritis, shortness of breath, breathing, hypotension. And here I would like to remind you one more important point. Whenever you ask for CBC in this kind of patient, must tell your lab people or pathologists to look for atypical lymphocyte. Atypical lymphocytes is more in favor of CADR. Abnormal liver function test, eosinophil count is more than 1000 per cubic millimeter. Now we have already switching over from a maculopapular rash to Stevens-Johnson syndrome. This is the evolution, how it evolves, and this is a frank case of Stevens-Johnson syndrome or toxic epidermal necrolysis because there is an involvement of more than 30% body surface area. Not the same patient, different patient. So now coming to a condition called Stevens-Johnson syndrome and toxic dermal necrolysis. I'm not going into the definition of less than 10%, more than 30% in toxic dermal, 10% is Stevens-Johnson, and in between there is overlap. Now, what is the common drug incriminated in toxic epidermal necrolysis or Stevens-Johnson syndrome? One drug, Dr. Anup, you can say that this certainly is going to be a carbamazepine. Yes, sir.
Sulfur.
Sulfur.
Carbamazepine and phenytoin also sometimes. Carbamazepine and phenytoin.
Phenytoin. Yes. Anti-tuberculosis drug. Ma'am. Anti-tuberculosis drug. So this is the reported. Anticonvulsants are responsible in more than 50% of the cases. NSAIDs in 15%, antibacterial in 25%, and not to be surprised, 8% cases are reported in Ayurvedic medications. This is a report by Devi et al. Published in IJDBL in 2005. Now, next question. Many a times we come across patients where they say that categorically denied that they have not taken any drug. Or have you come across patients with other causes of TEM? The other alternative question of the same. And this question is for audience also because I have never come across any of the SJS TEM other than drugs. So if anyone have an experience with mycoplasma or something, just let me know.
I had a case of TN and that lady had used only nasal decongestant drops.
Nasal
Decongestant drops.
Okay.
Containing phenylephrine and antihistamine.
But that is also a pharmacological.
What I meant to say is phenylephrine is not in any of the list.
Okay.
And that was the only thing. So the idea was whether it is the mycoplasma, the URI that is causing it, or the phenylephrine that caused. But later on, there were reference in the journals of phenylephrine causing TN.
Anything else to add?
Patient taking supplements which contains below us. One patient we had, he developed disease.
So one more thing what I would like to add is the duration of the drug. Most of the time what happens when we ask patient the history of taking drug, usually what they come up with previous 2 weeks or at the maximum 3 weeks. But if you go really strong into the history, sometimes they come up later saying maybe around 8 weeks back they have taken one drug. So sometimes that also becomes an important point where we need to ask a minimum of 1. You can ask for the proper history of drug intake.
These are the reported cause of SCSTN like mycoplasma pneumonia, graft versus vaccination. And just we have get over from COVID-19. And then multiple case reports are coming into the literature that COVID vaccines also causes toxic epidermal necrolysis.
Yes, that's correct. COVID vaccine
Johnson syndrome.
is one and
Especially the mRNA vaccines. Even I am getting vitiligo also because of mRNA vaccine. No previous history, no family history, but many patients who have received Pfizer.
sometimes SLE can manifest like TN type of reaction.
Yes.
We have 2 cases like this, just like TN cases.
Yes. Now this group now we are dealing with Stevens-Johnson and TN, toxic epidermal necrolysis. Now my question to Dr. Narasimha Rao sir, how will you manage, how will you proceed in case of SJS TN? What is your first step? First step, if patient is coming in casualty or getting admitted into your skin ward, wherever you are not there, what is your first step to do in case of Steven Johnson syndrome?
We stop all the drugs. We stop all the suspicious drugs. We initially make an assessment. If the patient requires, either will be admitted in a ward or a burn unit. Then general measures like improving the hydration and securing an IV line, stopping all the drugs. Then check for any hypothermia, check for any infection, send all the
That I
investigations.
am coming on later on this. Do you follow any guideline to manage the Steven Johnson syndrome or toxic epidermal
We
necrolysis?
can do SCORETEN, SCORETEN.
SCORETEN, that is a monitoring of the disease.
Yes,
Any guidelines published by?
IDL guidelines.
We have already published an IDL guidelines in way back in 2016. And this was the article. And I was also one of the co-author in this article. And this article was what is the best published article in year 2018. There is another article, British Association of Dermatologists, in case of SJS in children. Both the articles are lengthy and you can find each and every aspect of managing SJS and why you should know this, because you have to save your skin in casualty. Whenever there is a casualty happen or if there is any medical legal case, as Dr. Sanjeev Baisamkayan was saying, that in one case it was what is 5 crores with interest it was 12 crores way back in 2004. But in real life, sometimes you may not follow guidelines. So there was a follow-up paper published by myself, and that is management of Steven Johnson syndrome and toxic epidermal necrolysis, looking beyond guidelines. What is practically possible, what is not practically possible, because many a time guidelines only guides you. It is your prerogative where to, or how much to follow and where to follow. So this article addresses in the same way when you are dealing with a patient of Steven Johnson toxic epidermal necrolysis. Now I'm coming again to the management part. What is the first thing you do in case of SCS and PN? First thing. It's like a quiz question. First thing first. Because many things you want to do in Steven Johnson syndrome. First thing first.
The most important first is supportive therapy. So hydration and supportive therapy.
That is a therapy. The patient is coming to you. I am discussing about practicality. How one can manage Steven Johnson and PN. Yes, ma'am.
Admission.
Admission is okay. The hospitalization. No, that is I am coming later on. The first and foremost and the important point which I am going to tell, and I am sure you must have been experiencing it. And it was discussed by Dr. Sanjeev Baisamkayan. Even in dermatological emergency like it is acute skin failure. And this is a clue. A doctor is being surrounded by so many patients, one is breathing, one is asking questions, and one is shouting. So this is a common, so that is a counseling, and you should take the patient, his or her relative, into the confidence and tell each and every aspect how you are going. You should not avoid it, because in eventuality, the patient is going to be after you. So you must tell each and everything and must document whatever you are doing, you document. Because once there is a medical legal case filed against you, these documents, even if these documents are wrong, your interpretations are wrong, but in court of law you are going to get saved by the judges. And I am sure, and this has happened so many times. But if you are doing and not mentioning in your case sheet that this procedure has been done or this report is done, so must take into the confidence of relatives of the patient and their consent. Whatever you are doing, you must tell each and every day that see this we have done and this is going to happen. All possibility pros and cons of treatments. So counseling is most important. Sit across the table, discuss about the possibility, and the person who was shouting should be given a priority, because he is the fellow who is going to create a problem later on. These are not people who are going to create any problem. These are people who are going to ask questions. This is a person who is going to put you in trouble. So this is the first step. Now the second step, as our panelist said, the history taking or timeline. So prepare a chart like this, timeline for each patient, and put all the drugs and their side effects. When this drug was started, when this drug was added, when this drug was added, what happened in between. And this timeline is very important in assessing the cause of Stephen Johnson, or give you an idea which drug is most likely a cause of Stephen Johnson syndrome and toxic pseudomonas. So detailed history is very important. As our panelist said, the drug withdrawal. Whatever the drugs the patient are taking should be stopped. But the question is, how soon should we withdraw a suspected drug? It's a rapid fire round. To stop, yes. What if patient is on many drugs at the time of presentation? Patient is suffering from AKT, patient is on no case of HIV or AIDS and on several antiretroviral drugs. You stop all the drugs immediately.
The most common suspected drug should be MEDICOS.
Okay. And how do we substitute a drug for patient requiring treatment for underlying systemic disease like hypertension? Patient is on hypertensive, taking antihypertensive medications, anti-diabetic medication. How you can stop them?
Like in termocytin and all, we can use the second the blocker instead of receptor blocker. We can use the second generation drug. So with that substitution, it can always happen.
So you are going to involve your physician colleague and ask them to substitute with a chemically unrelated compound. Chemically unrelated compound. Right. So ideally all drugs should be withdrawn. These are the parameters, half-life of the drug. Then the patient which antibiotic, which antibiotic or analgesic to be given or to be stopped if the patient is complaining of skin pain. So this is being guided by our physician friend, or whatever the patient is currently on, you can substitute it with a chemically unrelated compound. These are the case studies which claims if you stop the medicine, there is a reduction in mortality from 26% to 5%. Then what next? Someone told me about SCORETEN. So once you have admitted the patient, you can judge about SCORETEN. There is a scale called SCORETEN. How many of you follow this SCORETEN in your practice? Do you follow it? Tell honestly, because I have a paper after that, Tell honestly, if you are following it, fine. If you are following SCORETEN, because many people modified the SCORETEN, they feel that there are no things to be added in SCORETEN. So Dr. Anu follows the SCORETEN.